Ohio's on fire. This is your boy, Big Diesel, Dan Diesel, if you will. We're having a good time tonight. This is my first show back in a few weeks. And if you listen to me back on Wednesday nights from a few weeks ago, I guess you figured out if you're listening now, I'm on a new night, and I'll be doing this for the next 11 weeks on this night. Thursday nights at 7 p.m. It'll be great. So I hope you enjoy. And we are now live on the air. Everything's running great now. And we got a great show for you tonight. I got cool things lined up for you. Tonight we got a band called The Divine Tragedy. We will interview tonight. They are a hard rocking band from the state of Ohio. And of course, that's what we do. We entertain and bring you great Ohio talent. And they are here. We'll interview them about 20 minutes from now. We'll pick their brain. And of course, you do have a chance to call in and ask them some questions. You'll find out a lot about them. We'll cover it all. It'll be great. So anyway, but before I get further into my show, the first thing we do on any part of the show, we need to have a talk with the state of Ohio. That's right. And a lot of things happened during the spring break, being that since I was gone. Interesting things happened in the state of Ohio. First thing I want to talk about the most popular thing that takes place around this time of year. It's college basketball, and since it's about to end after this Monday, this will be the only time I'll talk about it. But everyone loves it. I look for the searches on Google, and they just love college basketball, the March Madness. I guess there's two big surprises to me. One of the big surprises is that Butler, which is one of the big main rivals for Wright State Raiders basketball in Horizon League, they made it all the way to the Final Four. It's one of the biggest tournaments in college basketball, so they could be the national champions. And although it's Wright State's main rival, it's interesting that a Horizon League team actually did this well. That's quite interesting. So I'm going to tell you what, I think I'm going to pretend, we should pretend that that's Wright State that's playing and not Butler. I think that'd be cool beans. So I'm going to pretend our Wright State's in the Final Four. And I think it's a cool thing we can pretend they're in the Final Four because a little school across town from here actually made it to a big finals in another big tournament. I'm talking about the NIT, the Flyers, if you will, of UD. They are in the NIT finals, and they could win, and they've been really impressive. They could win it all. And so how about that if the UD Flyers could win the NIT, and of course the Wright State Raiders, which we were going to pretend... I'm visualize it. Just watch the Butler Bulldog game and pretend it's Wright State, and they win. And say they win the whole thing. Essentially, we could have Wright State and Dayton being champions. Hooray! Round of applause for that. Yeah, you just gotta try. It's kind of. I mean, it could be a dream come true. It could happen, and I like to think it came close. Because if Wright State had beaten Butler in the finals, it could have happened. And also, I think Wright State was a good team anyway. They won like 21 games. They are a good team. I think there's a lot of, I think college sports has a lot of travesty because this goes on college football too. Well, of course, college football is first. All the big time money making colleges with good records, they get the benefit of the doubt with strong schedule, all that good stuff, and they get what they want all the time. Of course, and then you got these major teams. They get an RPI ranking or whatnot, or they don't get nationally recognized on television as much, and they get left behind. I know Boise State, they should be the national champions of college football like 2 times by now, and no title to show for it. They go undefeated, they win the big bowl game, and they don't get anything. This is crap. And Wright State suffer it too, because they've had a good run here. They've won 20 plus games. And it happens in girls basketball. Of course, there's girls basketball too, but the selection committee comes up with this stuff. They decide who gets in, who does not. Like if you didn't win your conference tournament, or regular season title, or whatever they have, then it's up to humans, if you will. They have a committee, and they generally pick teams that are like mediocre in big conferences. Like, even if you finish 8th place in the Big Ten, you're probably going to get in. And yet, a team like Wright State, who was 2nd place in the Horizon League, the same conference as a Butler Bulldog team, who's now in the Final Four, Wright State should have gone in. Wright State should have gone in, and I think Dayton should have too. Dayton is real good. I'm happy. But I think there's good news to all this. They are. There's been report that the 96 teams will be in the NCAA tournament next year. They are expanding. It used to be. It's been 65 for quite some time, and they're doing away with the NIT. It's going to be 96 teams. And I think our Dream Right State Dayton matchup in the final two here in the Dayton market, it's going to come true. It has a better chance. I think this selection committee stuff needs to go away. And I think one of the idea scenarios is that the NIT is going away. And used to, if you won a regular season title, you automatically got into the NIT. And of course, if you win your conference tournament, you made it all the way to the NCAA Big Dance. But I think now it's going to be if you win your regular season title, you automatically go to the Big Dance. And if you win your conference tournament title, you will get a first round bye, because there will need to be a first round bye in order to have 96 teams, which 32 teams will have a bye. In 64 teams, they will play the first round, they'll duke it out. And I think that's how it's going to be. The conference champs will get a bye. They'll get a little extra rest, if you will. So I look forward to it. I think it's more fair. And now if college football can step up to the plate and be a little bit more fair themselves, I think it'd be good. Because it's really rough what these kids do. They put their bodies on the line. Just love. And they go for all this politics. I don't think that's fair. Hopefully that changes. Because I care about my peers. Not necessarily the big wigs that run all this. But that's something I'll get into for another time. These children are playing these sports. It should be fair, no matter where they live, how much money they make. So get it out of the way. I got my that's probably one of the last times I'll talk about basketball, because it's popular right now. March Madness, and of course the NBA Finals is a month away, so I'm gonna get that out of the way. If LeBron James and Cleveland Cavaliers, if they make it to the finals, I'll probably talk about them. They are from Ohio, but other than that, it's something I want to get off my chest. But anyway, so that's one thing that's happening in Ohio. I want to talk about something else. Something cool happened over spring break. Ohio twins born a week apart over in Cleveland, Ohio. An Ohio family. They had twins, but like I said in the title, they was like 1 week apart exactly. One baby came out, and that was it. At least they thought that was it. Then the doctors checked all those X-rays, and they got the other. They decided there was something else in the in the little mother, and they decided to wait a while. Like, you know what, this other baby ain't ready yet. This other twin wants to hang out for a while. So they got the eventually the babies start kicking, or whatever they do when a mother's pregnant. I'll never know. Maybe that's a good thing, but what does mean pregnant, if you will? Anyway. This other baby finally came out. So there are twins. It was quite an interesting story. That usually doesn't happen within the medical world, I guess. It was big news in Ohio, if I share that. And speaking of news, I kind of feel bad saying the word Ohio's on fire. We actually had a little bit of an incident. But this might explain why the computers were down, or things are working funny. We had a fire in our production room. A little fire broke out, and no one got hurt, but I heard what's his face, James Reeves, he's our techno here, or technical engineer, if you will. I was having to be in the hallway when his fire broke out, and of course everything just and there was this little rocket.
What?
And James was, the production room was on fire. James, tell him you're okay, James.
When did this happen?
It happened today. You were in there. Remember? You're trapped. Oh, whatever. April Fools. I was hoping James would play along, and that we're fine. There's no fire. Yeah. We're all right.
April Fools is over at noon. You know.
At noon? When's it over at noon? It's until midnight.
Oh, that's traditionally when it happens, but.
Well, I haven't used an April Fool's joke yet, so no, there's no fire. We're fine. James is fine. Anyway, that was great radio. Yeah, that was good. Anyway, all right. Bad Fool's joke. I got it out of the way for the evening. All that. And I should let you know I spent my spring break. I just I hung out in the sun all day, and wearing nothing but my smile. All right, mental block. It was okay spring break, but I'm happy to be back on the air. New night, Thursday nights, and I thought this. One more thing I want to share before we go to a little commercial. I had this really big idea. It's going to be great. It's something I'm going to try, but I'm starting a contest on this show. It's going to be a great contest, but it's a little thing called the Greatest Summer of Your Life contest. Okay, let me start that again. This is the greatest summer of your life contest. That's the name of the contest. And each week, I am going to add one thing to the overall prize. And I'll tell you the first thing in a minute. But basically, like I said, one thing each week. It could be anything, but it's prize oriented. It won't be anything weird, which most people won't think it's weird. But maybe people think prizes are weird and cool things are weird. But that's up for you to decide. But you at home have a chance to win this contest. It will grow every week. It's a cool concept. I'm talking to restaurants and businesses that I want to pitch in on this. It's a work in progress, but of course I'm doing my part. And I'm adding one thing tonight, and it's a really cool idea I had many months ago, and hopefully I can give this away with this prize package. But I have this white T-shirt, and I had a few people sign it. I've had like maybe 12, 13 signatures right now. And I also put WWSU on the front of the white shirt. I think it's going to be an awesome T-shirt. It's kind of like a We Are Right State type of theme going. But people that sign this shirt, they do go here to this school. It's a combination of people who do cool things here, or they are DJ here at this station. And I'm going to get a bunch of signatures. I'm trying to get the movement going. But I've had this shirt for months. And only by the time I get away, it'll be filled with signatures. And I would suggest you not wash this. Because it's never been worn. I got it clean when I first got it. Really clean. So it's okay. Nothing weird happened to it before I bought it. At least that's what the owners told me. And it'll be a great thing. So I'm adding that shirt will be part of the prize package. And on top of that, I'll sweeten the deal. I'm going to put $10 in. So right now I'm adding two prizes. I'm putting 10 fresh dollars. And I'm putting a special T-shirt of Wright State. And of course, over time, there'll be more prizes, which I'm in talks with, and some ideas. But it's going to be big. I think this will work out. You have a chance to win this prize. And I think, the thing is, I haven't decided when the contest will end. I think at the end of my 10th episode, which will be sometime late May, I'll probably end the contest. But you have a chance to win this. And the object tonight to win this, you just call in with a question for Divine Tragedy. Anyone that calls in, you will enter this contest. I'll write your name down. It'll be all great. It'll be a fun prize package. It'll be one winner wins all. I'll pick a name out of the hat at the end of all this, and someone's going to win. It'll be cool. I'm working really hard on this. So right now, the prize. All right, we are back with the show where Ohio throws down. Ohio is on fire. The show about entertainment and honesty. And I want to make clear about some rules about this contest. We've already had a few callers, which is okay. We got some entries. I want to add a few more rules. I forgot a few rules here. Anyway, but you do have to enter my big contest, which I will give away at the end of my spring quarter. You got one thing to do each. You have a objection to do each week. But there are some people that are disqualified. Of course, none of the people that called were ineligible, but there are some people that are ineligible. I wanted to make that clear before I continue on with this contest. But I'll tell you who is ineligible. And it's not that I'm being a jerk. I just got to be fair. It's got to be a fair contest. But anyway, any of the Wright State DJs, they're not eligible for this contest. Also, me, I'm not eligible, and also Jesse, my old co-host Jesse, she's not eligible, and also I know you're listening, Shelby, but you're also not eligible. You're my good friend, but I can't make you eligible. I don't know, but I gotta be fair. So anyway, so that's who's ineligible. Oh, what else? The family members of the DJs of this Wright State's radio station, they're also not eligible. So hopefully I made that clear. So Wright State DJs, me, Jesse, and Shelby, and the families of these DJs are not eligible. So anyway, I got two entries so far. Keep them coming. And now with that out of the way, hope I made myself clear. we got it all good now because we are now about to do the great segment we do every time we do the show. It's great. People love it. People, they tear down doors. They push over cars. It's mayhem, I tell you. And I am talking about OMVP. And that stands for Ohio's Most Valuable Pedestrian. That's my special horn music for this week because I cannot get access to the internet to play my music as usual. That's my horn music. I hope you enjoyed it. But anyway, OMVP. And this actually covers another really big event that took place not only in Ohio but kind of in the world. While we were on break, there was a really big health care plan. It was signed by Barack Obama. It's really huge. It's supposed to be a big step in healing our healthcare crisis. I think it was like over $500 billion this was. Interesting. But there's an article related to that. Well, I guess I'll tell you what. A lot of people are not happy with this bill being signed, of course. And there's some lawsuits now. This healthcare law, some people are unhappy. There's some lawsuits apparently. But there is good news. There is one particular fella. He does not want to sue. He disagrees with this suit. He's in favor of this new healthcare deal, and he doesn't think you should even sue for this thing. But I'll read the article. It's over in Columbus, Ohio. Ohio's Attorney General says he will not join. This article got choppy. But anyway, I'll just continue reading. Ohio's Attorney General says he won't join other states and also challenging the federal government's sweeping new healthcare law. Attorney General Richard Conray says he believes such lawsuits are without merit and would be a waste of taxpayer dollars. Conray said Monday he based his decision on his analysis of the new law and his acknowledgement of federal constitutional law. Document Cordray, was responding to pressure from U.S. House Majority Leader John Boehner, other Republican members of Congress from Ohio, and GOP members of the Ohio Senate. The Republicans urged Cordray last week to join his counterparts of 13 other states in challenging the constitutional structuring of the massive healthcare overhaul. Anyway, you know what? I tell you what, I agree with Richard Cordray. I think this is I do like this healthcare because we need to overhaul. We need to change this. That's something that me and a lot of my college co-eds we agree with. We need to change this healthcare law where things are going. And this is this isn't the ultimate goal that a lot of people have in mind, but it is an improvement. Of course, some naysayers, some people that are sour on the whole deal, they want to fight it. I mean, they got the freedom to do that. But Richard Cordray, he's going against the grain. He will not join a lawsuit. He's going to be a good American. He's going to stick it out. And I think this is one of the best things we could do with the crisis we're having. Because when you're in a crisis, you got to do the best thing possible, even if it's not the top means. And Richard Cordray, he sounds like a guy who's fair. And this is the first political guy I've kind of given this award to. So Attorney General Richard Cordray of Columbus, Ohio, my partner, even though you're losing a lot of your lawyer friends over this, you are MVP, Ohio's Most Valuable Pedestrian. Yay! Round of applause. MVP. First one this spring. Richard Cordray. I finally got his name right. So you're an MVP, you're a good guy, you're sticking to your guns. I kind of like that. That's brave what you're doing. Richard Cordray. So with that, we are back with the show where Ohio throws down. Ohio's on fire. And right now I got my tonight's guests. They are all around me. It's exciting. It's amazing. I'm going to turn up their mics. But go ahead, you guys introduce yourselves to the whole wide world.
I'm Tyler. I'm the guitarist for This Divine Tragedy.
And I'm Daniel Baby, the guitarist for This Divine Tragedy.
I'm AJ Watkins, the vocalist for This Divine Tragedy.
All right, well, welcome to This Divine Tragedy, a great band. They got a good sound. I listened to them on MySpace. Anyway, so the name, they're doing a wave in the studio. You guys can't see it or something like that. Or some type, It's wild looking. Too bad we're not on TV. But anyway, so my first question now, This Divine Tragedy. What's that name all about? How'd you guys come up with that name for your band and why?
Actually, the name came about. We were looking for something that was unique, something that would catch on to the masses. We originally decided to come up with the name This Divine Tragedy because we wanted something that was kind of like an oxymoron, something that meant something good and bad mixed in with each other. It kind of complements our musical style. We like to have something for everybody. We want to be, we incorporate a little bit of singing with our screaming, so that it's not like, people hear us and they're like, oh, well, they're just, screaming their heads off and being idiots, So that's pretty much how it came about.
Okay, so you said something about being good and bad. Is that what your band all about? Like good and bad? Is that what it's all about?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much.
Yeah.
We don't believe that you can be like we don't believe that there's a pure sense of like hatred in the world or anything.
Okay.
But we believe you should always have something good to go with the bad and something bad to go with good. Which This Divine Tragedy, is finding something good in tragedy is what it basically meant.
Okay, well that's good.
It's a great tragedy.
Now, who are your musical influences? This is for all three of you. So he's flexing.
I would have to say Matt Tuck, Slash, and Zach Wild for sure.
Okay.
All right, mine's like John Mayer. All right, got some Craig Owens going on.
All right, John Mayer.
Yeah, I do love John Mayer.
Yes.
Taylor Swift's my main
Go
influence.
ahead.
Mike Jones.
No, we all have different influences, but when we incorporate it in together as a whole, that's where we get our main sound at. But I mean, my personal influence would be just more Killswitch Engage, heavier metal like that. But I listen to country every now and again. I ain't gonna lie about it. So I mean, it's just I like everything, but definitely in music I want to portray what I definitely more feel, and that's the heavier metal stuff. So.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Awesome. Now, how long have you guys been together?
Us three here, we've been together for a little over a year now.
Yeah.
We just brought back in our old drummer, which he joined us last year, and then he had to fall out for a little while, and then he joined back up with us last month. So he's been with us on and off for the past year, and then our new bass player actually just joined us 2 weeks ago. So we've been actually anticipating writing new stuff with him. We've been working on some new stuff. So
Yeah.
but yeah, we've been together, us three here, for a little over a year. So during the duration of the band.
Came a long way, and like we
Yeah.
we just love to play music and just live it. Just go at it.
Indubitably.
It's pretty much.
Well, since you've been together, which seems like a short time, what was your favorite concert moment or favorite event or gig, and why?
Actually, I would have to say that all of them was actually pretty good.
It's a tie.
but like there has been a few that was pretty crappy, but other than that, it was always fun. It was always fun to play and just jam out and rock out, and I love all the people. They are amazing.
Okay. All right. Now, my next question. Now, use your imagination. Say you had a time machine. You can go back anywhere you wanted to and do anything you needed to, like maybe entertainment-wise, something that's safe, if you will. What would be and why?
Whew, that's a tough one. I think I'll let one of them answer that.
Okay.
I'd go back in like the 70s, like Def Leppard, because music was so easy back then.
Yeah.
It's so easy to get big.
Yeah.
It really was. Yeah, I mean, I'd have to agree with Tyler full-heartedly on that one. So,
Same here.
I mean, music back in that day, you didn't have various styles. It was either you were rock, country, or R&B. You were
Okay.
something labeled in. And I mean, I kind of find more solace in looking back as that. As like Elvis. They say he's the king of rock and roll.
Yeah.
Whereas today's society, he's more I would consider him like pop. I mean, he's popular, always will be, always has been. But I mean, to say he's the king of rock and roll. I wouldn't say that, but I know there's a lot of people out there who probably smack me for saying that.
Sherman's
But
dad's
you
actually
know,
Elvis.
Yeah, you're entitled to your opinions. That's cool.
yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, free country. Anyway, I was like, well, let me elaborate. I was talking about the time machine. Let me add to that. If you did have a time machine, what would you use? Would it be the DeLorean from Back to the Future, that little phone booth they use in Bill and Ted's Adventure, or would you use the hot tub time
Hot
machine?
tub.
Yes.
All day.
Yes.
Yes,
That's a
any day.
shameless
The
plug.
Hot tub.
machine.
It's a good. It looks like a good movie. I haven't. They got good reviews.
Well,
Hot tub
I
time
just built
machine.
one, so I'm going on it this weekend. So.
Yes. All right.
I won't go.
Oh wow.
It's amazing.
Okay, and I'm gonna try to ask this question. I know bands, they do things together, something that's funny. Would you like to share a road story that's FCC
Wow,
friendly?
there's like millions.
Oh, wow.
One time, Dan
All right, here we go.
actually stuck his head in a toilet with coffee grounds and everything in it, and
Oh,
we
no.
pushed it on him.
I was there too, so it was just kind of nasty. But
Mhm.
like, I actually cleaned it first and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes it so much better.
Our old drummer, we were actually
Brian
like,
got the worst.
we were doing dares just to try to find amusement on tour,
Oh.
and we were actually we were way up north in Ohio. I can't remember where it
I
was.
think it was
now.
up in Sandusky.
Yeah, somewhere near that.
Yeah.
And like the general thing was we were all going we were trying to do dares, and one of us actually dared our old drummer to actually go into a men's truck stop and lick
Yeah.
the handles of the sink. So
Okay.
he actually did.
All right.
That was a good one.
Wow, you guys
We've had a
really,
lot. We had a lot of shows.
you guys really party. Wow, that's
Yeah.
that's outrageous.
Actually, that's kind of.
That's just fun. So.
Yeah,
It's just a
yeah.
lot of crazy stuff that actually went on, but there's actually more to it. But it's a very
Okay.
long story, and we probably won't have time to talk about it.
That is probably not radio safe.
Not
so-
radio
But,
safe.
yeah, so,
Well, there you go.
Sorry, guys.
All right, interesting.
Contact us on MySpace and we'll let you know the full story.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, plug your MySpace real quick. Yes, they can write you.
Yeah, definitely plug our MySpace. It's www.myspace.com/This Divine Tragedy, all one word. You can spell it out THISDIVINETRAGEDY. We got a new layout up on there. There's going to be new music coming very soon on our page, so we want you all to definitely be looking out for that. But
Yes,
yeah, hit us up on there. Talk
Mhm.
talk to us. Drop us a line. Send us a message. Leave us a comment.
Okay.
Add us. We need friends.
You guys are amazing.
Awesome. Now, anyway, and I want to ask this. Now, this is my personal file. I know nowadays you don't see music videos on television. Channels like MTV and VH1, they don't play music during the day anymore, unless it's like 4 in the morning. What do you guys? I want your personal thoughts on this. Do you think the lack of music represented on television is it hurting the music business, and why?
I'd say it's probably hurting a little bit. Well, you have YouTube, and you can
Oh.
basically watch anything on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah,
YouTube, yeah.
yeah. YouTube, MySpace. I want to look
Yeah,
up
it's like
something
the
new
main
about bands. I
sources.
just check out MySpace. That's the most direct outlet for me.
It's good free advertisement.
Yeah.
Yeah, free
Very-
advertisement and always easy to find.
Excellent.
Okay, well that's cool. Now, I'll ask this question before we go to break.